Warning, psychologist Sigmund Freud himself said, I should define this cassette tape as a piece of fiction that has unity of expression and that can be listened upon by children below 20 years of age, so that they may learn to speak faster, to write faster, to read faster, and to listen faster.
G.I. plus the Idiots. Fascinating World of Garbage. Released originally back in 1986 on Twisted Red Cross Records, which was founded by Philippine punk veteran Tommy Tanchenko, who also started the first Philippine punk band, Third World Chaos. This record right here, this beautiful, opaque colored record that I bought from Middle Finger in Recto, Manila several months ago, is potentially one of my favorite punk rock records of all time. It's definitely on my top 10 list. Good shout out to June Ortega and Benji of G.I. and Idiots. I'm actually good friends with June, and he gave me a little gift, which you'll see that later. But, you know, of all the Philippine punk bands, Urban Bandits, Third World Chaos, Philippine Violators, IOV, just all of them. There's a bunch back in the scene. All the hardcore bands. G.I. and Idiots, they are quite unique. They stand out quite a bit because they're not just hardcore punk. Upon listening to them, you'll start to notice something in the background of their songs. Not just that the lyrics are politically and socially charged and are about things that are going on at that time in the Philippines and unfortunately that are still going on to this day. Yeah, isn't that something? One thing you'll notice is, well, let me just play some for you. Pay attention to the instrumental. So after playing you some of the snippets of the songs, you might have definitely noticed, yeah, it's hardcore punk with aggressive, rough, raw vocals, but you might have also noticed what's going on behind all of that. The bass is the foundation. The bass guitar lays out the foundation of the songs with the drums, and then the guitar is noisy and chaotic, just spiraling out of control all over the album. It happens on the fast songs and on the slow songs. Songs like Damn You People, which Damn You People is actually their hit song. Like, I know punks from the U.S. who know that song, and it's been featured the most on other compilations. Damn You People is kind of the, I guess you could say, most easier to listen to song, because it's just Damn You People. Mind your own business, damn you people. Look yourself in the mirror, you're making a fool out of yourself. People think I'm lazy, they always think I'm crazy. You know, that song right there is the song, when you hear about giant imbeciles, that is the song that most people talk about because it's their most known. However, I want to talk about a few of my favorite songs on here. Now, there are a few songs on this album, one in particular, I'm going to stare right at it, The Flag, that I'm surprised didn't get this band killed back in the day. So if you know nothing about Philippine history,
I sign Proclamation number 1081, placing the entire Philippines under martial law.
Tayo bilang kabilang ng kabuuan. Tubig, apoy at abo, isip, sikmura, buto at laman. Nagtitibay ng maraming bagay, ngunit ang buhay ng ating kilusan ay mga buhay, ay mga buhay. Buhay na inilaan, buhay na huwaran, buhay na inalay sa bayan.
If you it just takes a quick Google search to determine that. But back then, I mean, obviously I didn't live through it, but from what I've been told, from what I've read, and just people I know who have lived through it, it was not a fun time. If you spoke out, or if you pretty much did not go with the flow that Marcos put out there. I have a poster that shows a crazy picture of Marcos leaning over a ballot box. He has a musket / machine gun in his hand with, "Go ahead and vote your conscience." You know, definitely was not a bright time in Philippine history. And for this band, and for the punk bands to come out and make these records, you know, the song "The Flag" is what I really want to show you here first. Philippine flag is a dirty old rag, and Ferdinand is a fairy. He eats little girls and sucks little boys, and his wife still has her cherry. Disregarding the entire rest of the song, look at them lyrics. Seriously. Disregarding the rest of the song, because it's about how corrupt the Philippines is and how they're being taken advantage of as a third world country and how Marcos is just sitting back and letting it happen. The Philippine flag is a dirty old rag and Ferdinand's a fairy. He eats little girls and sucks little boys, and his wife still has her cherry. To sing that under martial law, do you know how just ballsy that is? How risky that is? Like when I first, I mean, I've listened to this record dozens of times, but when I actually sat down with earphones and I pulled out the lyric sheet, I about choked because like holy shit. And I'm friends with June of GI. I'm friends with him, and I asked him about that, and he's like, "Yeah, things were quite dangerous back then, but we did what we did." No shit, they did what they did. I personally, if we were under martial law here, and like if I was in those circumstances, I mean, I don't know, maybe at 17 or 18, I would have been ballsy enough to do it. But these days, I fear too much for my life to actually. I mean, I'd write something like that, but to actually play it at a show and to put it on flyers and stuff like that and hang it up downtown. takes a lot of courage, takes a lot of, risking yourself. But Uncivilized People, that's another song I really like on this album, because it kind of bleeds into why the flag is so relevant. They say we're all crazy because of the clothes that we wear. The music that we're playing, it irritates their ears. Uncivilized people, when will you learn? Uncivilized people get out of this world. Foul-mouthed youth, that's what they call us. We're only telling the truth and doing what we should. See, that's just that right there, which, by the way, YouTube, please don't strike me on that. Boobs are wonderful. Mother Nature. But seriously, that right there is just what I'm saying. They spoke the truth. They, obviously they're poking fun at Marcos in the flag, but the rest of the song goes. The motherland stream of a worst Filipino dream is at the hands of greedy machines. He exchanged liberty for infiltrated democracy, and his hound dog still the scenes. Time is running out to give ourselves a pretty bout. Damn assholes of every month. Take off the pin on your mouth, put it on the speaker so loud. Not any trial, no bell on your condemned account. The Philippine flag is a dirty old ass chorus. Stripes of red, white, and blue put the island on stained glue, and the yellow country dominated. Poor little brown men, the chairs taken away, and your lives at the top cremated. To actually make this song, to actually play it under that regime, it was like going up to Kim Jong-un in North Korea and punching him directly in the fucking face. You know what I mean? That's just, when I first heard that, this song is my favorite song on the album just because of how just fuck you it is. He told me that once this record was released, the martial law ended like soon afterwards. So he was kind of at a safe point, but still everybody was, even 21 years of martial law and tyrannical dictator, you know, that doesn't, even though it ended in 86, it's still, you're still used to it, and, you know, the police, it takes a while to snap out of things, but I can just imagine the stress that these boys had to go to back then just to, they risked a lot. We Can't Get Along is the first song on the album, and it's just about disorder and the punks, you know, punks fighting. Broken Lineage is a song that I closely relate to. It's about broken families, you know, dad never being there, walked away. The mother was there, and when the dad walked out, the money was gone, and because in the Philippines, it's not like here in the U.S. In the Philippines, I mean, today women do work, but a lot of elderly women, especially, you know, this is 86, women were the home carers. They took care of the home, and the father went out and did the work. Really conservative, so, you know, if the mom's at home taking care of the kids and the dad just leaves, that's going to cause problems. And in the Philippines, if you don't know much about the country, divorce is illegal there. You can get an annulment, but it's expensive. It's like over $1 million pesos to get an annulment. Divorce is illegal there, which it's a Catholic thing. They, you know, take marriage seriously. Don't get a divorce, which I understand. I understand the idea behind it. It's because they want people to stay together and take it seriously. But the problem is, it doesn't stop people from leaving. I know Filipinos. I know one guy in particular, he got married back in 89. He left his wife in 92 or 93, something like that. And he's had 2 other families since then. And, you know, it would make it awkward more for the woman because she's forced to take the guy's name. But, yeah, it doesn't really stop shitty parents from leaving, or just, it doesn't stop people from separating. And not just the emotional strain it has on the spouses, on the husband and wife, but the children. You know, I grew up in a household, just my mom raised me, my dad was never there, and it wasn't fun. It really wasn't. I've never really had a father figure in my life, so I definitely relate to Broken Lineage. Whether divorce is legal or not really doesn't matter. It's just, you have to have the right people to get together to create a family and love each other and really want to make it work. You have shitty people, then you're going to have a shitty life. But now that I'm an adult, you know, I've made life better. And for all you out there who have broken lineage, you know, just keep strong. The next song is called Scratch for Bugs to Eat. This song is about poverty and, you know, there's no jobs, there's no way to make money, and so you gotta scratch for bugs to eat, which, poverty in the Philippines is a massive problem. It's a massive problem all over the world, but specifically here in the Philippines, I couldn't walk down the streets of Tanza, Cavite, or Manila, or just anywhere without people begging me for money for food. And hell, can't go to a restaurant, can't go to 7-Eleven, Jollibee, Alpha Mart, or the local street vendors without little kids, not even 5 or 6 years old, running around with barely any shoes and, you know, no shirt, sometimes naked, looking like skeletons, begging for just a piece of bread. It's really, really sad. That song really resembles just the true reality of starvation in the Philippines and just around the world. But it's heartbreaking. It truly is, and I'm really glad they made a song about that. Because another thing I was gonna say, in the Philippines, and I have a picture of this on my Instagram. I went to 7-Eleven. I used to go there all the time. There was one time in particular they were now hiring, and it said, male only, 5 foot 2 inches, attractive college degree. Yeah, job discrimination is very legal in the Philippines. It's sad. A lot of places require a college education, which even a sack of Pure Gold or Jollibee flipping burgers. Something as simple as that a dropout here in the U.S. could easily get requires college in the Philippines. And, not everybody can afford college. Not everybody can. I mean, the government is supposedly trying to make that a lot easier these days, but not everybody can afford to go to college. It's just ridiculous to have to go to college just to work at a Jollibee, or 7-Eleven, just to run a cash register. That's ridiculous. I graduated high school, but I've got buddies who've dropped out, and they've got criminal records, and they work at places like Conoco or 7-Eleven, Casey's, whatever, you know what I mean? It's just really sad that due to, if you break the law and get a criminal record, that's one thing, but just if you're not attractive enough or this or that, you can't get a job, or if you just happen to be from a less fortunate family who can't afford to take you to college, you can't get a job, you can't get anywhere, you're stuck, you're scratching for bugs to eat practically. That's fucked up. There's a Philippine street food called Pog Pog, which just look it up on YouTube, but I'll just say it is people sometimes the poorest of poor will go to McDonald's or whatever, to the dumpster, they'll dumpster dive, they'll find whatever food remnants they can, whether it's someone's leftover chicken or whatever, they'll bring it home, they'll clean it off, and they'll cook it. And garbage again, yeah. Damn You People, I've already talked about that song, but I'll just go a little bit more in depth into it real quickly. In the Philippines, it's a very close-knit family country. Everybody knows what everybody is doing all the time, 24/7. Your neighbors, everyone knows all the time. And good God, there is I made a video months ago, 10 things I hate about the Philippines. No privacy in the Philippines whatsoever. If you want to live a private life, then go buy your own island. That's pretty much the only way to do that, or move. But Damn You People is just about, damn you people, mind your own business. Damn you people, look in the mirror. You're making a fool out of yourselves. People say I'm lazy, people say I'm crazy. They always talk about me, damn you people. And Deceased, which is another hardcore punk band off Twisted Red Cross, they're more thrash metal, but they made a cover of that. A lot of punk bands have actually made a cover of Damn You People, and it's been featured in dozens of punk compilations all over the world. Definitely check it out. Over here, Bury Yourself, Bury My Right. Charged is about letting yourself go. The lyrics are right there, actually. When I'm charged, I don't care what you say, I don't understand anyway, drugs run in my veins, I don't feel the pain, it's just a way to kind of get away from all the bullshit that's going on, that's why people do a lot of drugs. Cunts for Rent, this is about prostitution, mainly in Ermita, Manila, which is where Robinson's Manila is. I don't know if Robinson was there in '86, but prostitution is a problem all over the Philippines. Today, in 2019, a lot of the prostitutes, I've been told, they station themselves in the bars. They're not as much out in the streets, unless you go, out at 2 o'clock in the morning in the wrong neighborhood, you'll see some, but they're not really out like they used to be. But prostitution, in my opinion, which GI, they bring attention to it, and they comically mock it, but I personally care about people. I care about people. And sometimes when it comes to prostitution, that might just be the only way, especially in the Philippines, when, let's say, the mother is 31 years old, she's got a kid, the father's somewhere else, she can't get a job at 7-Eleven or Jollibee, or when she can't get a job, and maybe she has, let's say she saved up enough money from prostituting to get good clothing, but she still can't get a job because no college or life will not allow this woman to get a job. And so potentially prostitution is the only way she can feed her family. And besides that, her body, her choice. That's how I firmly believe. Her body, her choice. Not just women, but men too. There are male prostitutes. I believe prostitution should be legal. Why? Well, for one, her body, his body, their choice. Their body, their choice. But also, a lot of prostitutes, male and female, get raped, hurt. The people tear them apart, because if it's illegal, they're less likely to go to the police, because, yeah, the police might do justice or might ignore them, but they might do justice for them and catch the perpetrator, catch the person who hurt them. But at the same time, now they've just admitted to prostitution, which is illegal, and therefore they're going to get in trouble too. Whereas if prostitution was perfectly legal, they might be more willing to come forward and say, this man or this woman hurt me, I was just, I was prostituting my body off, and, and you might say, well, if he or she already signed up for the service, then it's not the same as sex. Well, no, it is. Because still, you say no, it's no. But then if you say, well, how do they know when to stop? Because they paid for the sex. You see, on that, which I can make an entire different video on this, but on the topic of that, do it like you do at a massage parlor or something. Make different dollar beacons, like $15 or whatnot. Make certain amounts, and say, for this amount, you get this service. For this, you get this. And, if they pay for a certain service, then give it to them. You're consenting to let them do this and this and this to you for a certain amount. And, if they do anything else and you say, no, stop it, then, you get them in trouble. And let's say, in the middle of it, you don't want them to do it anymore. Refund them. There is a system that you can create in order to make prostitution legally work. I know that's a very hard, sensitive topic for most people, but I'm really glad that G.I. and the Idiots bring this up on their album. And they don't go into fucking depth, the song's only a minute long, but still though. Last one I'm going to talk about here is The Flag, which I've already shown the lyrics to it. Just a very balls-out song about, making fun of Marcos and talking about how corrupt the system was, which obviously in 1986 the EDSA Revolution took place, the People's Revolution took place over the course of 2 days, and Marcos was kicked out of the country. Anyway, guys, I know there's a bunch more songs on here, but I'm going to leave a link for you to listen to G.I. and the Idiots in the description below, so that you can listen to these awesome-ass songs. And, I'll leave some... By the way, shout out to Middle Finger Records for selling this to me. I will leave the links for you to buy this record, because support the band. I love this band. They're amazing. Which, one thing I will show you before we get off here is all the comics around here. We got Ernie and I think Bert down there. We love the Idiots. Girls only want to have phone call Big Boobs June. Yeah, there's a bunch of comics all over the album there. The band down there. I'm Not a Toy. You got George Emerson and the Idiots and Bobby A. Some thrash dancers right there. The crew behind the spice trade. Yeah, some of the funnier ones are on the back, actually. I love big boobs. YouTube, don't strike me. There's, I think, a model right there, or something like that. Support the small campaign organization to promote masturbation. That was too hardcore. Wow. Don't forget to go shopping at Recto Mall. Courses are offered for sale. Uncivilized. Footprints of a freak dog. The hell? These little comments are funny. That is Marcos, by the way. Marcos and Namoda, I believe. We love the Idiots. Choose the best and lesser angel. Evil. In the intent. Something might be wrong. Jing, I love you, Benji. Stooge Mania. Pue. Pretty much means what or damn, whatever. I like this down here. There's a picture of John from Garfield. I love the Idiots. Down here, where is it at? There it is. This is kind of funny. You got this guy who says, where's my rubber ducky? I'll sequester you. He's chasing after Pac-Man, which has a twisted red cross on his lower side there, and a ghosty who's got a arrow through his ass. Got a Juanito Batman next to Scratch for Bugsy. Oh, he's got a dick showing. Great. We're going down to radioactive farm products. You got a rated XXX. There's a lot of funny shit all over this record. I mean, you can have so much fun with the insert here alone. The lyrics are on there. There's little comics, little artwork all over it. I really like what they did with it. They just went all out, punk as fuck. But anyway, guys, this is G.I. and Idiots, Fascinating World of Garbage, reissued to Middle Finger Records, originally on Twisted Red Cross 86. Beautiful opaque vinyl. I'm Anarka Akaza. Thanks for watching.